The book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, is a bestseller. And today I am joined by the writer himself, Robin Sharma, to talk a little bit about leadership and what kind of leaders will make it through the world recession. Thank you for joining us, Robin Sharma. My first question I do want to pose to you is, what leaders will be able to make it through the world recession that we are facing even here in Africa?
I think the leaders that will get it through these difficult times will be the leaders that lead without a title. So it means everyone within an organization can show leadership. There's an old model of leadership, which is only the CEO can show leadership. And I think titles are very important for the structure and order of a good company or even a good nation. But I think in many ways, leadership is about each of us owning our natural power to make a difference in all that we do. So someone who's driving a taxi in Nairobi, for example, can show leadership in everything he does, because leadership is about innovation, it's about having a great attitude, it's about building relationships and all those kinds of things. Someone who's working in a home can show leadership. Someone who's working in an organization at all levels in their role can show leadership by being the best frontline person they know, by being creative, by building relationships, and especially by being positive in these difficult times.
What kind of enterprises or companies also will make it through during the recession?
There will be companies that understand that it's important to develop the leadership capacities of all people at all levels. So number one. Number two, there will be companies that in these difficult times have a strong vision, generally a 25-year vision for the future, because that will give people hope. Number three, that will be the company that's under promises and over delivers in these difficult times. Cut back and they're just going to lose customers and they're going to lose their talent. Right now is a time to invest in your people, but also invest in relationships. And I think finally the companies that will succeed, Cynthia, in these difficult times will be those companies and those business people who wake up every morning and walk into work and they ask themselves a fundamentally transformational question. What's the opportunity here? Crisis breeds opportunity. A lot of businesses will be most successful in 2009. Why? Because rather than focusing on the problems, they train their attention and then their resources on all the opportunities.
Yes, and you said something else really interesting. You talked about integrity, and really during this times, people are looking at how to make a quick buck. How then should we have integrity in businesses? Why should we anyway?
Everything you do, every action you take ultimately will bring back a result, everything. And if you cut corners on your honesty and on your reputation, it will come back to you. So my dad said it very well. He said, Robin, it could take you 30 years to build a great reputation. You could lose it in 30 seconds. So how do you build that integrity? You find quiet time every day. You retreat to your values. You ask yourself questions, and you remind yourself about what's most important in terms of who you want to become.
Thank you, Robin Sharma. It was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for those great tips.